Hey y'all, my name's Kirsten and this is my service dog Goomba. One thing she alerts for is an oncoming migraine. Here, we're just practicing with the sample. I usually always start out a scent training session with just a sample for the first minute or so before I add in a control. The control's been added and the sample itself is on the left. I keep it on the left the first few tries just to make it a little easy. You can see she's getting it pretty well. Here I throw the food away from her just to reset her and also so I can switch the cups. The sample's now on the right, closest to the camera. I offer her both cups and I give her a second to process it before I reward. Here she makes a little mistake where she tries to paw without actually sniffing the sample. I move both cups away and then offer them again. I wait a second to reward to make sure that she knows that she's actually alerting to the correct one. Here I throw the food away from her again, because like I said, it's just a nice reset for both of us. Here the sample's still on the right. I offer both of them, and she does sniff the first one, but she does correctly alert for this. I waited a little longer to reward here, just because I wanted to make sure that she knows she was actually alerting to the correct one. Here, the sample's still on the right. She sniffs, and she alerts to the correct one. I throw the food away from her to reset her and also so I can switch the cups. The sample's now on the left. Here, she's pretty set on the left one being correct, so I reward really heavily for this one. And like I said, I throw the food away from her, like I've said 8 times now. Here, the sample's still on the left. I wait a little longer to reward for this one, just because I want her to be really persistent, because I like to ignore her alerts a lot. While she's getting the food, I quickly switch the cups, and the sample is now on the right, closest to the camera. She paused correctly, and I reward. I threw the food away from her, and she had caught this one, so here we were celebrating her catch. The sample's on the right here, and she sniffs both of them and correctly alerts to the right one. I throw the food away from her so I can switch the cups once more, so the sample is now on the left. She's becoming pretty good at it because she caught on almost immediately and was pretty persistent. Here, I throw the food away from her, but I don't swap the cups. I don't every time just because I don't want her to think that I do and not accurately alert. She chose correctly here, so I threw food away from her and I switched the cups one last time. On this one, she sniffs both cups, so I wait a little longer to reward just to make sure she's confident in her choice and doesn't change her mind.